looking to life ahead. It's a true story, penned by Ravi Bala. Performers are Tara, Jasraj, and Tanvi, and lyrics is by Madhu Upal.
On the third day after my dear husband passed away, ending our 47 years of marriage, I heard a sound, his familiar voice, at the back. The way he would call me when I overslept or I needed to be somewhere up and about. Ravi, Ravi. I woke up and suddenly I saw this shining form on a beige recliner. It was silver or gold or transparent, I don't know. But I do know his form was that in his 30s and we were married.
He was smiling and whole, not ravaged by the terrible illness that took him away. He looked at her as she lay on the Casper twin bed. The single bed was lumpy with quilts and rumpled sheets. Looking a little forlorn in the master bedroom, now that the hospital bed, the tray table, and the oxygen paraphernalia were no longer there.
तेरे प्यार बिना ये घर सोना खामोश हजारों दिशाएं तू आ जाए इस आस में हूँ मैं जीवन जोत जलाई तेरे प्यार बिना ये घर सोना.
Did I take good care of you?
Yes.
It seemed as if she had reminded him of something unpleasant. It already felt as though he was moving away from her at the speed of light into a space that was never ending as the sky. But she felt enveloped by a sense of happiness, as though her dead husband had actually come to see her. She never told anyone of the visitation. She would stay up late until 1 or 2 a.m. at night, reading in the light of her Kindle Paperwhite, surrounded by stillness. The slightest rustling, and she would hurry to turn on her bedside lamp. Oh, if only he would return once. He could stay in her closet, unseen by all but her. He would have reminded her of all the mistakes she made, such as the time when she wore her t-shirt inside out, or the time she had the rash on her back, or whether or not she snored. But the rustling was probably just mice in the pipes.
It's almost a year since he passed away. I hear his nagging voice, sometimes from the backseat of the car, telling me how I was driving. Or his concerned voice, whether I put the garbage out since it was Monday evening. Or his voice in exasperation, when I was to frantically be ransacking my suitcase, looking for something the last minute you had not kept in place.
Always at the last minute. Always.
Now I hear his commentary in my head. What he said, how I responded. And everything. His nagging sounds dear to me. His caring and concern, even more dear. If only I could see him one more time and tell him how sorry I am for all the mistakes I made.
stretching hours before her. How to fill them sometimes overwhelms. In A Grief Observed, C.S. Lewis wrote, "Up till this, I had too much time, too little time, but now I have nothing but pure time, empty successiveness."
Now, there's no point cooking for just one person. I have my lunch by about noon and my supper by about 3. Then I walk in the park and I see endlessly all the elderly couples and then think, we were happy once too.
In the newspapers, she reads all the death notices first, especially of those who died at the same age as her husband. Neither the ones who died before, nor the ones who died after. It makes her feel as if there are others in the same boat as her. His death comes with a sense of outrage, as though Providence had promised her this long lease of married life. And now, that promise had been broken. She remembers all the things now that she has to do by herself. That he's no longer here, such as the taxes. Of course, she can hire a tax consultant. But what about fixing the TV box? And the cable, and the internet, and even worse, making unilateral decisions and living with the consequences of those. She can't just turn around and tell him, "I told you so." When he was alive, she knew that there was someone who always had her back. And now, there is no one.
I want my children to live independently. I don't want to be a burden on them. If only he would return once, I would tell him how much I missed him and how it would be. Today, I catalogue all my shortcomings during our married life. I have this aching sense of regret of what all I could have said and done during the time we had together, and what all he could have done, and all the things that was precious to us. But then, I didn't know how it would be when he was not there, right? I guess I took him for granted, but don't we all?
In the Indian epic, the Mahabharata, Yudhishthir is thirsty and wanders into a green wood and comes upon a pond of pure water. Just as he stoops to get a drink, he hears a bird's cry. A yaksha, a nature spirit, taking the form of a great crane, speaks. "Do not drink, but first answer my questions." And then the yaksha goes on to ask Yudhishthir a series of questions. And the last question is, what is the greatest wonder?
But death is the undiscovered country from no born traveler returns.
The wonder of wonders is that every moment living beings are being devoured by death. But still, the living nourish the belief that they will be spared by the snares of death.
Yes, it is finally sunk in now that no amount of regretting or brooding will bring me back. It is a finality in life. Memento Mori, the Latin phrase, you all will die, and there's no tomorrow. Everyone, we don't know when it's going to be. So live it up, my friends. Life is a gift. Every day the sand is running out. So please inspire, to breathe in, inspire. Seize the day. Carpe diem.
किसने जाना जिंदगी एक सफर है सुहाना यहाँ पर क्या किसने